Hello guys, May Blythe here. Alright, this is an UTAU tutorial, a VCV tutorial, Linzoku on. VCV is quite easy. Record it with no pauses, put the lines in the right place, done. People make a big deal over it, and they do it wrong. A lot. Here's a tutorial to keep you from doing it wrong. Scroll. Pronunciation. I already have a video about this, so I'll keep it short. R's are like L and D's love child. Basically, if you want to make a good Japanese R, just say la 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 la, then say da 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 da. Do you feel the place your tongue was at? Now, find the center of those two places. Da 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 da. No, la 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 la. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. La la la. I can't even do it right now. I just woke up for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, da da dee do do. It's really confusing when you just wake up. So yeah, just kind of ignore that. And are pretty tricky. I'm sorry, talking about pronunciation is making me trip up. Kakekikoku. You just tried to get it right. It sounds bad if you don't get it right. I'm sorry, but yeah. Pronunciation is tricky and you need to work hard on it. Yes. Make sure to use your natural voice. Okay. You can make high notes using a pitched up version of your voice. Not pitched up as in Audacity or in Reaper or in magical I'm recording this too fast way. No, that's not the good way to make high notes. If you want to make high notes or you want to make low notes, you actually go higher or lower using your voice. And you don't try to put a weird accent on it because those turn out really gross in UTAU. And I'm not joking. So my advice is use the voice you speak in simply because even if you're not a trained singer, you can keep the voice you speak in consistent for long enough to record a bank. I'm sure that if I just talked for an hour right now, I would be able to talk in this voice for quite a while. And you're going to have to basically talk in the voice you're talking in for about an hour. So that's why you really should use the voice you speak in, unless you're really good at singing or something and want to sing in a higher voice. And I don't really suggest singing just because, well, I just don't. Okay, and make sure to stay consistent. This goes with the use your normal voice, because if you use your natural normal voice, then you won't really have to worry about going all over the place. And don't pause, even between vowels. Do not pause. The first times I did VCV, I did pause, and it was pretty bad. When you're doing VCV, you want to say e, u, because it makes sense. But you don't say that. You say e, u. Okay, and it's like no. E, u. That's basically a VCV sample right there. So anyway, we got that down. Let's move on. Odoing. Here's the funnest part. Odoing. Woo. Okay, let me just move that. Yeah, there. So here's the basics. I always use recording lists that I get from banks that are already fully odoed. I just edit their odos to make them nicer looking and get the recording list from the bank. Then I use that. Okay, when I say that, I mean that I open it and some banks you don't need to do this, but I'd already edited this one because I had to add in the aliases that kuroe, anyway, that girl added into the recording list, and I had to edit them. So the only version of this was really ugly looking, so I opened it in Setparam, and I didn't add in anything. I replaced all the weird looking variables with some pretty nice rounded off numbers. Yeah. So that's all I did for that. but it's really nicer if you have all those pretty looking variables and you have some variables that actually have the 0.00 on them, so you know what you've done and what you haven't done in UTAU. And I really suggest using UTAU for configuring VCV, simply because if you use UTAU for configuring the VCV, then it's really easier to get closer in, because I have an old version of Spectrogram that won't let me zoom in, and it's really annoying, but it's just easier to be way more precise when you're using UTAU. And I'm going to try to stop talking in some accent that I don't even recognize. Anyway, remind me not to use extra Japanese. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just woke up. Okay, so I've posted a link to a really nice recording list, and I put the link in the video in case anyone wanted to copy it in the comments. It's an edit of one of Amaya's lists made by a Japanese contact of mine. I had to edit the original auto to fit the list, but you just have to pop in the auto into the folder where you recorded all your files and fix up lines. Easy, huh? The lines! Woohoo! Blue is simple. You just put blue where you want the sample to cut off. Let's open UTAU. Open Ike. And zoom out. See, here's the blue. You put it here so that green, which is what at 100, yeah, I'll read over this. Pink should cover the consonant and a bit of the vowel after the consonant until it gets stable. Green should be set at the same number for all of the VCV samples. It should go where the preceding vowel is still full. Red should go between the vowel and the consonant. Okay? So, here, okay, and here's where you really need spectrogram, going back to that. Okay, so here's blue. You put blue so that green is at 100 and it's still on the full part of the vowel. And red is at 300 most of the time. So you put red where between the consonant and the vowel. And it looks a little like it isn't between the consonant and vowel, but I remember doing this, so I'm pretty sure it is. But this is where Spectrogram View comes in real handy, because sometimes the waveforms look pretty deceiving. Pink should go to where the vowel is stable, but in a lot of banks, pink is just set to 450, and blue is set to minus 600. And if you just leave it like that, and they recorded right, then you won't actually have to edit that. And it's actually really, really nice. So anyway, yeah, there's the basics. Cut off what you don't want with the blue. Leave green at 100. Red goes between consonant and vowel. And pink just, is there to keep things all stable and to keep them from stretching when you don't want them to stretch. That is the job of pink. Anyway, so yeah, any questions, leave a comment or send me a message. I'm not picky. Finding the red. Almost everything in a VCV auto is based around the red line. In most cases, you won't need to move it from the preset number, which is 300. However, if the consonant is too long for green to be on the full part of the preceding vowel without moving red from 300, then you should always move red before ever thinking about editing the value for green. To find red, I suggest using the Spectrogram View. And let's play with the Spectrogram View. I am sorry. Okay, so here's the P button. You press the P button. It plays a sample. Now, you press the Spectrogram button, and look, it's blue. Now, here's where you can adjust the volume. You can make it lower, and it makes it kind of harder to see. Okay, so yeah, actually that's better. Anyway, so here's how you find the red. I use the blue right over here, and I pull it over to where I think the red would be. Is it here? No, because I can still hear the vowel, and I can still hear the consonant. Now, you can't probably hear this because I hate messing with the volume because it's pretty darn hard to get it right after I mess up with it, and my headphones are really stupid. Anyway. So you move it over a bit more. You can still hear the consonant. So you move it over a bit more. You can still hear the consonant. You can still hear the consonant. And you can still hear the consonant. Maybe I was doing that wrong. Okay, can I hear the consonant here? Now, and can I hear the consonant here? I think you can there, but you can't there. So you find red by going over and asking, can I hear the consonant? If you can hear the consonant, that's not where you want red to be. So you move you move blue over farther and ask, can I hear the consonant? If you can hear the consonant, that's not where you want red to be. And you keep doing that until you can't hear the consonant. Then you move over just a tiny tad and ask, can I hear the consonant here? If you say, no, I can't hear the consonant here, then move over back one. And if you can hear the consonant there, then move it back where it was. And that's the place where you want to put red, because you want to put red in the most precise place possible. All right. Yeah. And here's just what I was talking about. The beginning of the string. There's not one set way to configure the first sample in the string. You can do it like CV, or you can configure it like VCV. I configure the first string, the first in the string like CV. If you configure it like VCV, you can use Elitsu's USTs that are strung in mode 1. But only if you use the same green setting as his bank, which is overlap. That's the only one I remember. And to be honest, that's all that comes to mind. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this has helped you. And there's my signature. Cute, huh? And yeah. So guys, I really hope that this has helped someone or another. If it hasn't, then whatever. I was tired and I just woke up and I think I saw a squirrel. Anyway, ADHD. This is May Blythe saying, got any questions? Leave a comment, send me a message. And yes, I was ranting that I was quitting UTAU, but I decided that I'm not quitting UTAU, I'm just quitting Annika. So yeah, her birthday is in like 3 days, not doing anything for her. Because, I quit her. Because, you guys hate me? Or you hate her or something? She has like 5 VCV banks and I'm like the only one who uses like half of them. Anyway, so yeah, emo time over. What was I saying? Just record pretty VCV banks for Auntie May and Auntie May will be happy. Okay, bye, I love you guys.